All right. Hello, everybody. We are here for the world's open beta discussion tonight. So, what's up? My name is Jedediah Weller. If you guys have not met me yet and you've not talked to me online on Discord, then hello. And we've got the famous Andrea Martinez here as well. I want to say hi, Andrea.
Hey, Rim.
I almost called you like you want to say hi Martinez because we have another Andrea who works with us. So Martinez goes by her last name a lot of times.
Yeah,
it's a
yes. Not to confuse.
it's a badass last name. So yeah, I think it's very cool. And we also have Mo here as well. So Mo is a new member, a existing team member, but new to the Song Worlds community. So yeah, you want to give a quick intro, Mo?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Summoners. So yeah, I've worked with Jedi for a while now, but you might have seen my messages as Master Mo into Discord channels. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I'm a huge fan of fantasy, sci-fi. If you're into like Lord of the Rings, The Expanse, Malazan, Book of the Fallen, just hit me up and I'll be happy to talk over all that with you.
Oh, you like Malazan, Book of the Fallen?
Yeah, I'm on the fifth book. It's a very large series, but we're getting there slowly.
Very, very long series. I have to say, this is completely a tangent, so sorry, everyone. But if you read it, you probably know what we're talking about. Fantastic book. But I am actually struggling to listen to it on audio now that I think I'm on book 5 as well. And it's just like it gets so complex. I feel like I have to like read a physical copy. I don't know. Like, are you reading it or are you listening to it?
No, I'm reading it, and yeah, it's certainly it's very complex. It spans like thousands of characters and years, and every book just follows like so many people, and like the magic system is so complex. So it's pretty interesting to read. But it's kind of a hard read. So if you're not used to reading, I would suggest starting with something a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, the audiobooks are a fine option too.
Yeah. By the way, we have no interest and any like financial interest in the book or the author. So just disclaiming all that. I don't really
Flavor.
know what I have to do
Yeah.
to disclaim it, but yeah. So anyway, we got a bunch of people tuning in. So hello everyone. Please say hi in the chat if you have not already, so we can see who all is here. And yeah, today we're going to essentially chat about Worlds. So we went live with open beta last week. It's been an adventure. There were quite a few bugs, so sorry about that. But we are working as fast as we can to resolve them all. And there's been a lot of feedback as well. So really, the goal today is just to have a conversation with everyone online and to talk about the feedback. I'm going to share my screen in a second here and just kind of go through Discord, go through some of the different feature requests, go through and just chat about like any of the bugs or any of the things that you guys don't you're not sure of, or how it works or how it doesn't work, that kind of thing. But before we do that, Ricardo is here. He says, "Let me see. How do I add Ricardo?" Perfect timing, Ricardo. Hey, Ricardo.
Hey yo, how you doing?
What's up, man? You
I'm doing
you made it
good.
to the coffee shop?
Yeah, guys, it's raining dog and cat here, man, and it's like having a good time here with my coffee.
I'm glad you joined. You actually joined at the perfect time. I was literally just about to say it. So, Ricardo, why don't you go ahead and start that build process? So, if you guys haven't met Ricardo yet, Ricardo is one of our lead developers, and we want to try out something special tonight. Well, kind of special. We know that the update process has been horrible for some people. Absolutely sucks. And we are sorry about that. We agree. The updater, it's just a pain in the ass. I don't know if I'm allowed to say ass, but whatever. So it's a pain in the butt. And we're going to be switching off of the software that we use to actually do that updater. That update is going to be coming, I think, probably safely next week. Are we thinking, Ricardo? Yeah. Okay. I see the
Yeah,
head nod.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because basically what we have to do is we have to submit, it's a native change. So we have to submit that to Apple and Android. And then they have to approve it, which can take anywhere from like 2 to 7 days. So that's essentially what we're waiting for. In the meantime, earlier this morning, we posted an update that had hopefully a patch for the updater. And we're going to post another update right now. And we are hoping that it's going to work better for you guys. Now, if you can't get into the app in general because of the update, then this isn't going to fix it because you don't have like the fix itself. But if you were one of those people who had to uninstall and reinstall a bunch of times, and you're able to get the newest updates through that, this should work if you have the latest version. So yeah, so we're going to actually push that now. And it also has a fix to publishing as well and a couple other fixes. So we kind of wanted to do it tonight. We're going to release it anyway because you guys need the bug fixes anyway. But we figured this way we could just kind of like, have a dialogue and see if it works here. So that is the first part of the plan. Lord help us. Hopefully it goes well. All right, so let me actually go ahead and just uninstall and reinstall here because I have to do the same thing as you guys on my one device. It is very, very annoying, but we're going to make it through.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, let's see. How do I get the chat up? There we go, chat. All right, so we got a couple people. Hey, we got Gray. What's up, Gray? We got Gabe, Viserion, Shane. We got Val Rambles, ASMR. Wait, Val Rambles ASMR. Do you actually do ASMR, Val? Is that like a thing? Because I listen to the library ASMR, like when I'm coding and studying and that kind of thing. So that's why.
Yeah, same here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm downloading the latest. Oh, we got Chaotic B. What's up? Hello, everybody. Hey, Snowy. All right. I just downloaded the main app. Okay, cool. And okay, cool. And how long do you think the update process will take, Ricardo?
I mean, if I am releasing it right now, it's going to take like 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's release it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So when Ricardo gives us the word, we are going to just try this update together, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, and to let us know if you run into any issues, but this should be a good update.
Yeah, hopefully this one will be better than the past ones. Now, I would say don't click on anything like crazy. Like don't put it in the background or anything like that when it's updating. Just like let it do its update. I know for a couple of our friends online, you guys have like slower connections. You might be in a more remote area, so it'll take a little bit longer for that update to happen. When we do this new the switch next week, it also should increase the performance of these updates because essentially what the update is, every update is a set of fixes that we're just giving to you guys, right? So like it could be a fix, could be a feature request, etc. That's what that comes in.
And sorry to interrupt you, but this is more like a technical question. But did you push the changes to staging or just in QA?
Oh, I did not. Yeah, I did not push it to staging yet. Yeah, you have to do that. All right, cool. So while Ricardo is working on that, I figured what we could do is, let me see, I could probably share my screen and we can go through and yeah, we can chat a little bit here. All right, so Valithrex, Valithrex, if you were able to get the latest version, then don't uninstall again. Just like let it do its update. If not, then I am so sorry, my man. You got to wait for Ricardo's update next week. But we are trying. We are so trying. All right, cool. So post in the chat, what you guys want to talk about today. what I was going to do is I was going to go through and look at some of the feature requests together and someone to ask the team. So that's basically my plan, but my plan can be interrupted at any time by you ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, just let me know. What's up, Dane? All right. So let's see here. Let's just start with the first one. Family feature by Big Mud. I was thinking that it would make characters that you make more interesting, relatable if they had family members or children or some types of acquaintances whenever you make a character summon. That's a cool idea.
Yes, it is.
Family member. So I guess what, like just linking or like kind of like just representing, hey, like this person is the son of someone else.
Probably like a relationship variable, right? Could be.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Does anyone, I don't know, anyone from chat like this idea or hate this idea? Well, we shouldn't say we hate this idea. Well, we don't hate. We discourage. I'm gonna like it. I think this is a cool one.
All right. Well, yeah, especially because your family is growing, Jedi.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, forgive me for being a little bit tired today, everyone. We woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but we did just welcome a beautiful baby girl. So very, very happy and feeling great. Tired but great. Yeah, I actually don't know how many of our community members have kids, but yeah, if you're a parent, then you know what it's like. All right, cool. All right, so I think that's a cool idea. Let's see, better explanation of what knowledge does. Okay, we should go into knowledge. Let's do that. Because I think I saw someone was posting in the Ask the Team or somewhere in here about this. So let's go into knowledge for a second. Let me pull up the right tab here. If I can. Someone breathe. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Okay, so in the Worlds update, one of the things that we released was the knowledge feature, right? So essentially, chat is one of the big features of some Worlds, and we're going to be adding another thing called adventures very soon as well. But for now, like the primary thing is chat. So what used to happen in the old app is when you're having a conversation, like I'm going to talk to the Royal Guard there. I'm going to say, hi there, tell me about yourself. The AI would base the entire thing off of the character description. Okay. So this thing right here, right? And this was essentially like the premise. Everything else is dynamically generated on the fly. But thanks, Chaotic. Appreciate it. That's all. Congrats. But what happened is that a lot of people were requesting for like a little bit more control over how the characters actually interact with each other, and also like what they know about. So that's why we introduced knowledge. So essentially, when you click here in chat settings and you go to the knowledge tab, you're going to see three things. You'll see memories, instructions, and world. Okay. And they all kind of fit under that knowledge piece. Okay. So when you turn on the knowledge, it's going to turn on all of these things or whatever you have actually set there. So, yeah, good.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the update is live.
Oh shit! Okay. All right. Let's see.
And yeah, I think that there's apocalypse in my city. I don't know, guys. You can see the sky right now. But
I can see the thunder. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
It is like it's like an orange, and it's like lying in there.
Wow, that is crazy. Wait, it's not like a war going on or something, right? It's like that's just like a lightning storm.
Yeah, lightning and but it's like an orange. That the sky is orange.
That's crazy. Oh, well, I hope everything goes okay. All right, so Ricardo said that the live update just came. So I guess everyone, please open the app and let's see what happens. We put a fun little note for everyone who gets the update. All right, let me know. Can you guys see the update? Is it working?
So in the meantime, a few people have spoken about the like having family members. So Chaotic Bee says you can label the characters who know each other, and Bizarian something like a bloodline. I like that.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Oh, they take congrats too.
Yes, I saw that. Okay, awesome. Gray said that they got the update. Okay, did it go smooth for you, Gray? Because we want to make sure it went smooth for everyone. Hopefully it's smoother now. All right, Chaotic Bee is waiting for it to finish. Let's see here. All right, mine went through okay. So far, so good. Let's see. Yeah, that happens a lot. Especially if you have a friend like, well, we have 3 Alexas in the house, and between that and Siri, I mean, man, happens all the time. Oh wait, I should try something. Hey Alexa, please purchase a new pair of shoes.
Mexico, where you can
Yeah.
I have it right next to me.
You can put that in the reimbursement invoice mode.
Yeah. All right, Alexa.
The only thing is that
cancel.
you didn't specify the shoes, so careful there.
I used to do that with the Xbox One when it had the Connect, and you could say like Cortana turn off or something. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, awesome. All right, so Gray is good here. All right, so Shane is getting the update loop. So my guess, if you're getting the update loop, Shane, it's probably because it's still the like original version. If you're able to try to uninstall and reinstall and see if you can get past it, then it should be good. You just got to get this version, and that's the hardest part is getting the latest version. So hopefully we can get you fixed very, very soon.
Hey guys, I will need to move on from here because I think that the line is going to be over me. I don't want.
Oh yeah. No worries. Well, thank you for the update, Ricardo. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's always great to see you guys and interact with you. It's really amazing what you do with the summons, and we hope to have more from you on all these updates. We're working pretty hard.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks, man. All right. Be safe. All right. Cool. So, all right. So let's go back here. All right. So, oh yeah, we were talking about knowledge. That's what we were doing. Sorry. Like I said, I'm so tired, guys. All right. So yeah, knowledge. Basically, the way it works is if you turn knowledge on, it's going to turn on memories, instructions, in the world. Memories. We expanded the memory count now. Right, so you can have more memories, and they're larger for each actual memory. That adds additional context to it. We have instructions. Instructions, they're self-explanatory. This is just like like giving your character a little bit more personality that you define, and you can write anything here. If you want to test this out, it's because some people have noted that sometimes the instructions don't take for the AI. If that's happening to you, it's probably because there's too much context. So when we turn all these things on, like let's say you have 20 memories, you have your instructions, and then you have, 20 summons that it knows about, like 20 characters and locations. We pass all that data in into the AI. So like imagine you're going to ChatGPT and you ask it a single question, well, it can give you a really good answer. But if you feed it like a whole textbook worth of knowledge all at once, it's going to say you exceeded your limit, your token count. Same thing kind of happens here. So one of the things I would suggest to you is to turn on and off the pieces of knowledge that are most important to your conversation while you're having it, right? And it looks like Dane said, so the knowledge toggle does affect the memories. Yeah, the knowledge toggle, well, that's a good question. The knowledge toggle should affect the memories, because essentially, like if you have a ton of memories on, you can turn these on and off as well. So they'll add it. So like if I have memory 1 and then memory 2, right? What I could do is I could turn off one of the memories, keep the other one on, and then I would want it so that it only actually shows up if I have knowledge on, because you might not want to be like, this is meant to be more of like a quick build type thing. But I think there's a bug right now. So I think memories are just being passed in right now, no matter if it's on or off. We're going to fix that, but hey, take advantage of it while you can. All right, so let's see. Chaotic B said, where can we find the token count and the limit? Yeah, good question, Chaotic. So that's going to be right here. So the token count is, truth in advertising on the token count. We use a third-party tool to estimate how many tokens. We don't actually have control exactly of that estimation. So like this is the estimate of how many tokens it is based upon all the knowledge. So we basically just like multiply the tokens we multiply the tokens by the cost of the AI model that you choose. So here you can see Lore Keeper, the mana cost per token is 0.00017 for Sentinel, 0.00034, and Arcanum 0.00073. So if I switch to Arcanum, which is the most expensive one, this same exact number of tokens is going to cost more, but it's a more powerful AI. So essentially what we do is like, when you guys are using Summon Worlds, we're a wrapper, for these AI companies, right? So like we're not a ChatGPT or a Perplexity or Anthropic. We're the little guys here. So we hook up to their API and they charge us, per token. We wrap that, we add Apple's fees and all the other fees, that we charge for being in the App Store, and then we put that together and then we just bill that through to you guys. So that's essentially, in a nutshell, how this whole token system works. And since we added now the ability to, have more knowledge from the worlds and the instructions and the memories, obviously it's a higher cost. So we have to be able to pass that through. But we wanted you guys to be able to choose how much or little you spend on it, right? So if you want to have just, like a basic conversation like they used to be, I would just keep knowledge off, right? If you want it to be more advanced, you want to customize it, you can turn it on. You can turn on all of it. You can turn on some of it, a piece of it, whatever floats your boat. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if that answered your question as well, Shane and Chaotic. And let me see. So memories. Okay, Shane's asking if memories being created even when the knowledge is off is a bug. No, that's not a bug, Shane. Memories should be created whether or not the knowledge is off. Just because, to create the memory, you don't get charged for. So we want to make sure that it is when you're chatting with a new character, it's like actually, remembering what the conversation is or storing that. But then you can turn it on or off later, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Oh, nice. Shane got the update. Awesome. I'm so happy for you, Shane. Again, sorry for all the headache. It is an annoying update process, but we are slowly getting it there. All right. Yeah. Any other questions about memories or knowledge or anything along those lines? Going once, going twice. And I don't know, Mo, if there's anything. Can you check Discord to see if there's any questions on there for the knowledge stuff?
Yeah, checking right now.
That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. And another thing I wonder for for the audience is like, is it clear that the AI model directly affects the cost of the tokens, or is that kind of like lost in there? Nice. Chaotic said the update's working for them too. Awesome. By the way, I don't know like who's male, female, or others. So yeah, forgive me if I get pronouns wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. Let me open my door. We might have a special guest. We have a special guest? Yeah. All right. Hey, baby girl. Thank you. You guys want to see the new baby? Here. This is the new baby. This is Liliana. Let me see if I can bring her up. I'll hold her up like Simba. Let me see. Simba. Say hello, baby girl. she's obviously very, very young, so she doesn't do much right now, but she does keep us and mommy awake. Mostly mommy. Do you want to say hi, mommy? Oh, the camera's over here. This is my wife's hand. Right, let's put it in here. This is Madonna. She's doing great as well. Are the kids? Is Jace asleep? Yeah, awesome.
We're getting some hearts on the chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
She said we're getting hearts on the chat.
Aw.
Yeah, there we go, baby girl. All right. Yeah, we were. She came a lot earlier than we thought. She came about 3.5, 4 weeks early. 4 weeks early. We were woefully unprepared, but we figured it out. Yeah, so that's the newest member of the family. Speaking of family. All right. Oh, people said hi, hi, babe. Hi, Val. All right. So let's see. Okay, so where were we at, Mo? What were we talking about? I got distracted.
No, yeah. So it seems like the update is working for some people. And looking at the Discord channel, Nephalicious says finally. So I guess that's a good kind of finally.
Okay, cool. Neff has never been shy to give feedback, but I love that about you, Neff. So thank you. All right. All right. So I guess I'll move on then from the knowledge, but if anyone does have any other questions or comments or anything about knowledge, because honestly, what we're doing and the reason we post so many updates and questions for you guys is because we really want to know, what makes sense, what doesn't, what do you like, what do you not like, for instance, this whole setup for knowledge, not only does it benefit worlds, and it's something that you guys have been asking for months. You were asking for ways to link multiple characters together, to let them know about the locations, that kind of stuff. So we added that. But this system is also going to be used for adventure mode, which is going to be coming next, right? And I know people are really, really excited about that. That's going to be basically the next major thing. So we're also testing out this model because it's going to kind of be one of the ways that we power adventure mode. At least we think so. We'll experiment just like we do with everything. All right, cool. So let me minimize this then. Woohoo! Oh yeah, and publishing now works. Oh, sorry. We should have announced that part of this update was also finally fixing publishing. So publishing should work as far as we know. Does anything not work in publishing right now that we know about, Mo?
Not so far.
Yeehaw. All right, Outlaw Gamers, it's working for them. All right. And cool. All right, cool. So let's see. So let's go back to the feature request here. Description limit. All right, so JJ Super Speed is saying character limits of 1,500 is too short. That's interesting. All right. Summarization is a big friend. I will sometimes write out a fuller description. What do you guys in chat think about the character limit or the description limit?
That's a very good question.
Yeah. What do you think about Mo? When you're using the app?
I mean, I I focused mostly on like items and spells, but I think it's a decent amount. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it went like a little bit over.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean we could. The only downside is that the the longer the description, well, right now we pass the description into the chat when you're chatting. So it could, if it's too long, it could overwhelm the AI, and the chats wouldn't be as good. But yeah, maybe we could summarize it or something like that. I mean, yeah, worth talking about. Is anyone else? So it looks like Viserion says limits are necessary. IMO. It'd be nice for longer, for full stories.
That could be maybe like its own like feature, right, or section. These stories.
Yeah. Maybe we could have like a synopsis or like a summary of a character, and then a separate section which is like their full backstory and description that doesn't get passed into the AI.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, full stories it is certainly good, but it would be a bit more expensive, like costly, right? So yeah, I mean that's something to consider.
Separate synopsis description as is from a full backstory, where the full backstory doesn't have a huge or have a big limit, but it doesn't get sent into the chat as context either. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if Super Speed is online, so.
Yeah, just to add, Lachlan, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, Newman is asking, would you potentially make an option where characters can be linked to each other? So we talked about that briefly. That was actually one of the first options in the family features request. And yeah, that's something we're definitely going to talk about to see if it's a possibility for y'all.
Yeah. And so I guess one of the things I would ask you is, so like right now we essentially upgraded linking, the old linking, to be worlds, right? So now you can link as many characters together as you want. We could do like a different type of linking, which is like a family tree, that kind of thing. But have you used the worlds to link your characters, or maybe like you don't even know that you could do that through there? That would be a question I would have. Yeah, and who did you say asked that? Were they online, or is that from the chat?
No, it was in the chat here. Lachlan Newman or Lachlan. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly.
Oh, okay, I see up there. Yeah. So yeah, Lachlan, let us know if that like answers your question. Like have you connected the worlds? I'm sorry, the characters. Like, have you linked them through worlds? Okay, cool. So, warning for using knowledge on Unbound Summon. It'd be nice if there was a warning that aren't bound to a world. Oh, interesting. Unknown Knight said this. So wait, you know what? That might have just been something that we like overlooked here. If we go to if I create a new character, let me create a new summon. You know what? Since I was Unknown Knight, I'm going to create Unknown Knight. So Unknown Knight and Unknown Knight of a mysterious background. I'll make you legendary. Let's do flawless realism too. All right, I'm gonna test this out because it's actually been a while since I tried chatting with a non-bound character. So let's see. Let's do a little live. By the way, we've got some AI music playing. Right now, we're playing world music. But if anyone wants to change the mood, we will take requests.
Viserion VVM is asking if can you link a character to the world of another summoner or vice versa?
That is a good question.
That is a good one indeed.
Here, let me just do this one first. Okay, so this is what you should see when you're talking to a character that's not bound to a world. It should just be memories and instruction, and the world should be turned off. Well, I'm sorry, like the world tab should be turned off, but you can still turn knowledge on. Like you can still turn those things on. So maybe we just didn't describe that right. But let me know if that answers that question. All right. So what was the second comment or question you said, Mel?
Yeah, if it was possible to link a character of their world to another summoner's world.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not possible right now. We actually have that functionality built, but during the closed beta, people were really confused about it, and so we turned it off. And let's actually talk about this, because this is something we got to figure out, because we really don't know what to do about this particular feature. Let me see if we have it on the designs where I can show you guys, and then we can discuss it. So it'd be the contribute.
Hey,
Okay.
Jenna, we got a couple of new people joining in, so maybe just a quick recap where we're at right now on the live.
Oh, yeah, good idea, Andrea. So, hey, everyone joining in. We are here, and we are live with the community, and we're chatting through worlds, we're chatting through feature requests, we're chatting through bug reports, we're chatting through really anything you guys want to talk about. So, yeah, if you want to talk about something, if you got a question, if you got a comment, if you have a cool idea, just post it up in the chat here, and we will talk together. So that's it. Did I do a good job? Is that enough, Andrea, or you tell me?
Yeah, just hi everyone joining in. And yeah, I think we're good to go with that.
Awesome. All right. And I'm going to change I'm going to put epic music on. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Okay. So, all right, contributions. So here's what we have built. It's not released yet. So by the way, what I'm about to show you is it's private. It's not released yet. But we did build it, and I'll explain it, and then I'll explain why we turned it off for now. So we built out this ability where when you're seeing someone else's world, you could click on a menu and you could click contribute to the world. And then when you contribute to the world, let me see if I can find the next screen here. Contributed. So essentially, I know it's grayed out here because essentially your summon that you're contributing would go into this being contributed state. So let's say me and Mo are, we both have individual characters, individual worlds. I see Mo's world and I want to contribute to it. So I select the world, I click contribute, and I select my character. That character now gets transferred to Mo's world. All right. And so that part works. The other thing that happens is when you are contributing, you would also see, let me see here. I know it's going to be hard to see. I don't know how to turn off the thing here, but you would also see a list of people who have contributed, kind of like GitHub. If you guys are familiar with GitHub, I don't see it. Where basically you would just see on the actual feed. Let me go here. So right here, when you click into a world, you would see a contributors tab or a contributors section, and you would see the icons of everyone who actually contributed to it. Okay, that part is really, really cool, and I think people like that part. Here's where it gets tricky. Who owns the world, right? This world is owned by Eternal Griffin. So when I contribute a character, let's say, it's no longer my character. I'm really giving it to him or her, right? And the reason for that is because otherwise Eternal Griffin doesn't have full control of his world. So if I give him a character and he can't move it or he can't edit it, then, like, what does that do to the world building process? So that's where we're stuck right now, is on the ownership. Like, on one hand, like, who owns it? Who owns a summon that you contribute? And we'd love to get some ideas from y'all, because we are stuck on that.
Yeah. So I have some comments here about that. Vizarian. Basically, what I was thinking is, since people were inspired by your summon, they can also use your summon for adventures. So maybe it can be together with the adventure feature.
Okay. So, like, so not necessarily linking the not putting it as a permanent part of the world, but maybe just like joining in the world, something like that.
It'd be great if Vizarian could clarify that, but it sounds to me like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think, everyone,
Mhm.
because that is where we're stuck. Or I guess maybe I can ask a different question. I could ask, if you could contribute to a world, to someone else's world, would you be okay giving up that summon? Right? Because, like, let's say we have this world here, and let's say I contributed Galdrick. By the way, this is not my world. This is Eternal Griffins. Please, since everyone, give him a like here, just because we're featuring him or her today. So let's say I contributed Galdrick and they contributed Long Art, right? Well, if I contribute it and then Eternal Griffin wants to make changes to it later, we have like an ownership conflict. It's like two people own the same thing. So the simplest way we could think about it was, if you're contributing a summon, you just give it to the person. It's like gifting it, so to speak, right? And so you always get recognition for it. So you'd still be a contributor. You just, like, you wouldn't be in control of it anymore. Are you guys okay with that? Should we try releasing that, or is everyone gonna be mad?
I think we have also some questions from Jane regarding the memories. I'm just trying to scroll through them.
Yeah, and I think we also got a couple of replies on what you were just asking just now, Jedi. Someone said just a temporary alliance, like a semi-summon.
Semi-summon. Maybe. And by the way, we'll come back to memories, Dane. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the live stream, but yeah, I'll circle back in a second here. All right, maybe we could do something like these events, right? Because I know the Stone Worlds community really loves their events. It's like, okay, you post a theme. Let's see, the Tales of the Botanical Tavern. So we got this theme. Wow, this is a big event. Oops. Oh, I jumped to the wrong spot. Let me jump to the top here. All right, so Chaotic. Oh, it's Chaotic Beast. Hello, this is partly an anthology of individual summons, one-shots, and small stories that are very loosely connected. I encourage a flow of creativity, so no idea is a bad idea. Looking forward to your most outlandish, quirky, and unorthodox summons to fill a tavern. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do like an event, or maybe there could be two different types of worlds. Of course, I guess if it's like an open world, do we just have like an open world that, like when you move a summon, you can move it anywhere? I don't know. Would that get chaotic though if you have like 1,000 people doing it all at once?
Yeah, that's a thinker.
You mean like an open war, Jedi? Like anyone can join to that or access that?
Yeah, maybe. What do you think, Andrea?
I mean, it sounds crazy to be honest.
Okay, so maybe
Like
Crazy
your
bad
is
idea.
implementation of that, yeah,
yeah.
it can get well pretty fast. Everyone, at least I don't know if that will also get people sharing more ideas into that word, just to decide what it will be about. But I think it's something that could be worked on. But does anyone have any ideas on that?
Looks like Chaotic said I would allow gifting to give it a warning message first. This Dane is Valathrax. Hey, Valathrax, what's up? Okay, and then let's see. If the Yuki is saying if the sharing characters through the different users worlds is put on, does one character could put on a contribution sharing with multiples worlds each? Okay. I think you're talking about like, so like essentially, so right now when you add a summon, like a location or a character to a location, let's see if there's a character. Yeah, there's a character in here. It links everything together. So the reason that you have to bind it, so it's like a permanent thing, is because that's how knowledge system works. You can't just like unbind it and then all of a sudden you had 1,000 people chatting with this character and now the knowledge is removed. So that's why like adding to a world is a permanent thing. If you want the knowledge and everything to work, we could potentially do something where we have like visitors. What if we did that? What if we had visitors? What if we had like a visitors tab in a world where right here, instead of it saying landmarks, it would say like landmarks, characters, and visitors, and you can see like a live stream of summons like jumping in for a day or something. That might be cool, right?
Yeah, especially if the characters are like wildly different, like sci-fi, steampunk, fantasy. That'd be like the variety would be interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be, because that's really what these events are. Now, the events you can put any type of summon, right? But yeah, maybe we could make it like characters, or maybe like the world can be the host for the event. Or should a world and event be separate? Maybe, I don't know. Oh.
Much to think about, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe someone from chat, maybe someone can actually like, I don't know, like post like a feature request or kind of like, if you have any ideas, it doesn't have to even be tonight, even like tomorrow or later this week. If you have ideas on how this like contribution could work, please let us know. And actually, let me see here. Mo, could you see if you could send me the link? I think we have contributions, like a ticket about it somewhere. And I think we have some of the discussion in there. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, let me see. So let me just see if there's anything. Copying. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Here. So let me actually pull this up. All right. You guys are going to get in the weeds with us. We use this tool called Teamwork for like project management to track all the different tasks and stuff. And so here's the conversation that we had about contribution from your feedback, from the beta feedback, closed beta feedback, when we released this like for a couple days. All right, so here's the problems. Problem number one, users don't want to lose what they created. So, you contribute something, you're gifting it really, right? And it's gone. You don't own it anymore, right? Problem number two, you don't want to lose the likes, comments, etc. So if I contribute a character to Mo's world and now Mo gets a like on that character or inspiration, do I get credit or does he get credit? Problem number three, users want credit for their original contributions, which makes a lot of sense. And actually, problem number three we solved, right? We'll always give credit for the original contributor. Problem number 4, world owners want to control their world, right? And then problem number 5, collaborating is disincentivized because you lose more than you gain, right? So that was one of the things we were seeing. So the scenario or the example is Mo creates a world, Billy creates a character, Lulu, and contributes Lulu to Mo's world. This is Marcio. We're gonna say Mo's world, and Lulu gets 1,000 likes. So in this scenario, what happens, to Billy? Like, does he get those likes, those inspirations, or is that go to Mo? All right, and then we went into like the ownership, like the transfer versus copying. Right now, contributing moves the summon out of your original control, but you paid mana for that summon. So, like that's, and I know some people have said like they're totally fine. They want to gift mana. So I think gifting a summon is totally fine, but not everyone wants to do that. And let me see. And then you also you want to make sure you retain your inspiration counts, your likes, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we went over some potential solutions. So we could potentially make a copy, like a duplicate of the character before you contribute it. So back to the example, me and Mo both have separate accounts. I contribute Lulu, the character named Lulu, to Mo. Before it contributes, it creates a duplicate. However, we think that's going to cause a lot of confusion because now there are 2 sources of truth. Like there are 2 characters named Lulu. Let me go to one of my worlds. Let me see, a world of tunelings. Here we go. A buddy of mine came up with this. Actually, we were drunk at a bar. All right, the king of the tunelings. So if I wanted to contribute this to Mo's world, then now there's actually 2 of them. And so if I make a change on one, it does not reflect on the other. And so that kind of, I don't know, I feel like that breaks some literary rules somewhere along the lines, right?
Yeah, because I mean, if you create the character, you create it with, like specific idea in mind, and if you do that, it just warps that original idea, so it's not as original anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We could transfer it, right, which is what we implemented, but then some users don't want to lose their contributions. And then we also explored this idea of retained ownership. So okay, so let me update this here. It's going to be Mo. Wait, who created Mo? Mo. Here, I'm going to create Lulu, and Mo creates the world. Okay, so Mo. Oh, sorry, Jedi. Sorry, I'm doing my example wrong. Okay, so Mo created the world, and me, Jedi, created the character Lulu. All right, so in a retained ownership model, we would have this. I would maintain ownership of Lulu, and I would have edit rights and the ability to remove it from the world. Mo, however, can move the character and remove the character. So like, let's say I edit it to something inappropriate. Mo says, I don't want that in my world. He can remove it. Or if I remove, or like, let's say I move it to a different location, Mo doesn't like that. He can, again, he's the owner of the world. There might be some issues with the knowledge, though, if we do that. And binding becomes less important because then we have copies of everything. So yeah, those are kind of the notes. I'm just kind of skimming here. And we had a lot of questions. We had a lot more questions than we had answers. But anyway, I hope this helps at least. I saw Dane said that he's going to DM us. Yeah, please do. And it looks like Shane said, whenever you contribute a summon, it could act as cloning. Yep. Yeah. So we can do that, right? It could definitely be a clone, but then we have the issue of, okay, duplication of, like unique characters, which we kind of want to avoid as well. So Anyway, this is as far as we got with thinking it out further. Maybe we just go live with it as is, and we just add a warning, as the one person said, and we say, hey, if you do contribute, it's going to be a permanent. Like, you're giving it away. You'll always be recognized for it, but you're giving it away. Maybe we do that, or maybe you guys can come up with some other solution. But whatever it is, because we have thousands and thousands of people on Summer Worlds, tens of thousands actually now, and so we got to make sure it's something that like is usable and fair to everyone as much as we can. So just try to, if you're going to come up with ideas, please just try to think through as many of the possible outcomes as possible, which is probably good for our community because they're quite intelligent. So all right, I think we talked about contributing enough. All right, so let's see, did I miss any messages that we should talk about or cover, Andrea or Mo?
Well, we got a couple of comments as you were talking about contributions.
Okay.
Yeah, we got one from, sorry, I cannot select the message to buff it up on the screen. So I'm just going to read this out. Belanier said maybe the ward owner has a copy of it that he can modify.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and we have also another comment from Yuki. It says, if the sharing system is put on, those characters should have to be clone, I think he meant, to be bonded with more than only one word? Or will it be possible to bond them to multiple words each? Just to be clear on this.
Yeah, it's never going to be possible to bind them to multiple worlds because it breaks like the real world scenario. We're trying to make worlds be like real worlds that are bound by the laws of physics or whatever types of physics that you guys want to create for your world. But there's only one of any particular person in it, and that's just, it solves more problems than it hurts. So you can always make a duplicate, and then have like two different copies of like the King of Tunelings. But if you do that, then you're gonna have to edit both of them individually, which is totally fine. Maybe you want to make like a parallel universe or something along those lines. You could totally do that stuff. And I think we are going to add the duplicate button back. Did we fix that yet, Mo?
I don't believe we did. But yeah, we can put it on the agenda.
Oh my God! Wait, Val Rambles, is that? Wait, are you my Val? Like my real life friend Val? Is that Val? Actual Val? Because she said this is Val, and that makes me think it is Val, the Val I know from real life. I really want to know now. Yeah, sure. Chaotic said, "Can you add a new channel in Discord?" Yeah, like we could do that. Chaotic. Let's do it. Why don't we do? Here. Why don't we do a feature request here for contributions? Actually, is there one already? Let me just make sure. Contribution. No, and gifting mana, gift a summon. Okay, here. How do I bring this back? Open post. All right, here. Hey everyone, opening this one back up. Okay, there we go. I will post this in, let me see, how do I copy link? There we go. Oh, hey Val, what's up? I hope you and Matt are proud that the King of the Tunelings and the Tuna Palace and the world of Tunelings is becoming a real thing. All right. So we talked about contributions. Yeah. Let's move the conversation for contributions over to this Discord channel. I think that's a good idea. And Chaotic. So feel free to post away in there, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will chat about that. Okay. What topic should we talk about next? Any particular requests? Let's see, feature requests. How do I get back to the? There we go. This one. All right. So edit posted comments, replies. Do we have the ability to edit a comment? I don't know. I think it's. I think it's a good idea. If we don't,
I
we'll probably add it.
I could have sworn we did, but I could be mistaken. We can recheck that.
All right, let's see. Chaotic is asking for a reorganization of summons on the profile page. I noticed after Worlds Update, my summons on profile page are out of order, as there are some old ones. I like to pin at the top. Edit feature. Yeah. Let's see. Is there a workaround? I unpublished an old summon. However, when I republish it, delete all the comments. Okay, so that's a cool idea. So just like on your profile, being able to rearrange. Yeah, that's something we could probably add. So yeah, if you guys like that idea, please comment on it.
So we got a reply from Chaotic B, and she says, "I have to delete and repost the comment."
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. That's something we could potentially add in. Totally. All right, more layers. Oh, this is a good one. Oh yeah, this is from Gray and Kesar and Zach and a bunch of people actually were posting on this. This is a really cool idea. So I would love to get everyone's thoughts on this. Right now, we've got a hierarchy structure in a world. So it's a world has locations. A location can be anything. It could be an ocean. It could be a continent. It could be a city. It could be a town. It could be, your parents' basement. Whatever you want your locations to be. And then inside each location, there are things, right? We have landmarks, which are going to be editable, by the way. You will be able to edit your landmarks. And then we have characters. We can add more tabs to this as well. So, yeah, should we how should we do this? I guess is a question, right? Do we want to do like locations within locations? Or is it more of something else? Like, what does everyone think? When you're creating your worlds, what do you guys think? And what do you think, Mo? Have you had any thoughts about this one? I don't know if you saw this.
I'm trying to think about that. Yeah, because the world is like the overarching space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could have some kind of I don't know, like a hub, and then within the hubs, you have like your locations. I just don't know what to call it. I think there might be some folks in the audience who might be smarter than me too.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so here's, I guess, here's another one that I think we could. I'm gonna follow this actually. Yeah, let me copy the link to it as well.
Yeah. Oh, Viserion has a good suggestion. It could be like worlds and then regions. Regions is pretty opening up, and then from there go to locations. That could be an option.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, we could probably do that. But let me think. So if we did that, maybe this could evolve live, where because not everyone would want to, I don't know, would everyone want to create a region, a city, a district separately, or would they want to have it just like a simple list? So maybe we'd have to figure out a way to, allow you to customize your worlds a little bit more in depth.
Maybe like a collection within the locations. Like you can have your own folders of stuff of the different types, and kind of like that. Go from there.
Oh. That's a cool idea. It's a cool idea, Andrea.
I got inspired by our community just now.
Yeah,
So many comments gave me the idea.
that's actually a really good idea. You should be a developer one day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could. Yeah, maybe we don't structure it so much. Maybe we just make it like a like a collection is right now, because essentially a collection right now is really just a title and a description, and then it lumps together a bunch of summons. That could be doable. Yeah, folders. Huh. All right. All right. Then you know what? On the chat, for everyone who's tuning in, please write this down in here. And yeah, like write down your ideas for what this could be, and tag William. He's Zenreal on Discord. He's our lead designer. Actually, you know what? Just for fun, why doesn't everyone just tag him and just message him like a ton of things all at once? He's gonna wake up tomorrow morning. He's gonna be like, "What the hell's happening?" It'll be pretty fun.
He'll get a kick out of that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really cool idea. Okay. All right, we're making some progress. All right. So I know I promised someone. I promised that we would go back to the
Memories,
right? Was that Shane or Dane? Who did I promise?
I think it was Dane or Shane. I'm not sure.
I'm running off of zero sleep, so I don't remember. But whoever I promised. All right, let's go back to memories for a second. So what was there was a question. I can't find it. Can you find the last question about it?
I'm looking for it.
Dane on the chat left a recent message about memories and knowledge needs clarifying. How do they relate, and how do they differ in terms of chats?
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so here's how they relate. Well, actually, they're not really related so much as they're independent things. So as we are talking here, let's talk with this person. Tell me about yourself. Let's go on an adventure. And the Royal Guard is going to... I wonder if the Royal Guard is actually going to go on an adventure with me. Yeah, nice. He's not. He says, I must ensure that our monarch's safety is not compromised. The King of the Toonlings is a very important person, needs to be protected at all times. But I'm just going to continue the conversation. I'll continue it once more. We're going to get a memory here, and we'll illustrate this for you. We shall proceed with caution, our senses alert for any signs of trouble as we make our way to the outer canals. All right, and I think probably 2 more. Are we doing memories every 6 messages or every 10 messages? I forget. Oh, memory updated. There it goes. I think it's every... I don't know what it is. I'm too tired. But all right, memory is updated. Okay, so we were chatting, and it automatically generated this memory now. And a memory is fed into the AI. Like when you're chatting with it, essentially what we do is we take the message. So we take... here, let me actually open a Google Doc here. I'll create this example. Okay, so let's say that your message is let's go on an adventure. Okay, so this is the user message. Okay, now the AI prompt that gets sent to the AI looks like this. You are a fantasy, or you are a like character name, right? Who has the following backstory, right? And then you are chatting with the character. You are chatting with the user in a role play environment. You have the following equipment equipment. You have to speak in the following manner, right? Or this would be like your instructions. Let's say the style of speaking, etc. Okay. So, and then you have had these conversations in the past, and then this is memory text. All right, so this is memory. All right. So here's what happens. You go to some worlds, you send this message, you say hello, okay? And it doesn't just send hello to the AI. It sends hello plus the character's name, plus the entire backstory. So everything that's under description here, right? It sends all of this. Then it also sends all the equipment that you have, all the knowledge, right? So like the equipment, you are in the location, you know about these other locations, okay? So this right here is the world knowledge. I'll make that bold, this section. All right, and this right here is your instructions. All right, what is the other instruction called? Chat. Style of speaking. Oops, it froze on me. Let me just. There we go. Personality traits, etc. Okay, so personality traits. You speak. You have these personality traits. Personality, right, etc. Right. So these are the instructions. And then these are the memories, which is just your memories, okay? Now, there's a lot of other stuff that we add in behind the scenes. That's all the secret sauce, right? But from a high level, this is how it works. So when you send a message that says, let's go on an adventure, we send to the AI, let's go on an adventure, plus we send all of this stuff. So if you have world knowledge turned on, and let's say you go to this tab, you go to world, and you turn on the equipment, it's going to send the description and the name of the pole arm of power and the open forge annihilator. If you turn it off, it will not send it, right? So that means it won't know about it. For instructions, if you have the style of speaking turned on and you have it written, it will know about it. If you turn it off, it will not. And then with memories, same exact thing. If you have these turned on, it will know, it will remember. Otherwise, it will not. Okay. So that's how this section works. It essentially, this is telling the AI what to include every time you message it and every time it messages you again. Now, the settings that you have here can be quickly turned. They can be quickly turned on and off if I go to the right spot. Sorry, I'm on my browser, so I gotta start it from scratch here. Go back to this tunneling. Okay, so if you go to chat here, and then this button right here, the flame, if you turn knowledge on, you want to enjoy knowledge, the flame is going to start going here. And this means that everything that you have turned on in the chat settings is now being included, right? If you have it turned off, then it means that nothing in the chat settings here is being included. So that's the way the memories works. It's, like this is where you customize it. And then this is where you quickly turn it on and turn it off. Right now, you still have and you notice that you'll still be charged even if you have everything off. It'll still cost a little bit of mana. That's just for the base stuff that you can't have a conversation without, right? So like when you send a message, you have to send the character details, and we have to send the last 10 messages. Otherwise, there's no continuity between the conversation, right? The AI is dumb. Right, and so we have to do that, but everything else is the addition. So I saw Chaotic Beast said, "Jedi, can you save and post this template on Discord?" Yeah, totally. And yes, yeah, Dane. If knowledge is turned off, it is not included, right? So or at least it should not be, because it's very expensive to run. Like if you have a world with 100 summons, it can legitimately cost us well, I don't know if it's 100 summons, but let's say 100 summons could legitimately cost $1 per message from the AI companies, right? It depends on how much context there is, right? And so that's why, if you have knowledge off, then it's not going to include any of that stuff, even if you have it turned on here. The reason is that we think this is going to happen. Prove us if we're wrong, or tell us if we're wrong. But if you have 100 summons here, you might really customize what you want your character to know about and what you don't want it to know about. And you don't want to have to go and manually toggle all this on and all this off every single time. So this is kind of like a hot button for it. But maybe we should make that a separate thing. Maybe we should move this out of the chat settings and, I don't know, move knowledge into its own thing somehow. Because it sounds like that wasn't apparent to a lot of people, actually. So
Yeah, we have a couple of comments of people. For example, we have here Dane commented, many people think that without knowledge, memories don't or won't work.
Yes, that is correct. I don't think it's working correctly right now. I think it's a bug. But the idea here is that if you turn knowledge off, it's going to turn off all three things here, right? Basically everything under this knowledge tab. If you turn it on, it will only turn on the stuff that you have, explicitly defined. But if that's not clear, maybe what we could do, honestly, maybe what we could do is we could just add instructions and memories to this hotbar here, and then you could just control them independently.
Chaotic B said, I appreciate that. And Dane also commented, I'm starting a guide of sorts to explain all of the features a little simpler. We actually have that on mine. I believe, Jedi, we talk about updating the guidebook with all of this new stuff coming in.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Dane can do a better job than we can.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So Dane, if you post a guide, we will totally feature it. Because honestly, the app is getting to the point, and you guys are all using it in such creative ways that it's going to quickly surpass, what we can keep up with. And we have horse blinders on, because when we're creating something, we spend weeks and weeks designing it, and we're looking at the same thing over and over. And so a lot of things are not as apparent to us as they are to you, because you guys all have fresh perspectives. So yeah, we will update our basic guides on the website, but for all the stuff that's going to be in more detail and creative ways of doing different things, yeah, that should really be community powered. So we definitely encourage that.
Yeah, and if you post anything on YouTube, or TikTok explaining stuff, just make sure to tag us at Summoners, and we'll be sure to promote that and just comment on it. So yeah, if you have any ideas to explain that in an easier way as you figure things out on the app, just tag us, that will be great.
Yeah, and I'm going to create a feature requests. I'm going to create this. So separate toggles for knowledge, instructions, and memory. During our discussion, during our live stream today, we chatted about maybe separating the quick toggle for turning on and off knowledge instructions. I'm going to use my Summon World's colored heart. Let me just take a screenshot. Okay, cool. If anyone has any thoughts on that piece, please post them.
And
Okay.
yeah, I know that we have talked about a lot of stuff, and just as an FYI, we're a little overtime, Jedi.
Oh
So
yeah, you're right. Well, and we gotta get to bed. um, okay, cool. So I think this was I think a successful live stream.
yeah, I think we got what 10 ideas, 20 ideas from out
Yeah,
of the live. So yeah, hopefully we're going to be chatting a lot about that on Discord.
yeah. So seriously, so everyone who tuned in, like, yeah, thanks so much. We'll try to do more of these. We were really busy the past couple of weeks, just trying to get the build like worlds out to you guys. I mean, we've spent thousands and thousands of hours, on it. It's been a crazy initiative that took 4 months longer than we thought it was going to. But happy that it's here. Happy to hear that the update is now, working for a lot of you. For anyone who is not working for it yet, do promise it's going to be. We're going to have a complete redo of that with a new technology next week, so that will help. And then, yeah, if you guys have any other ideas or anything that you want us to chat about or live stream about, just let us know. Most importantly, the thing that's most helpful for us right now is 5-star reviews are always so helpful because they help the App Store, rankings, so we can, get the word out. And just share with your friends. We're really trying to just build this up to be a community app that people enjoy using and can benefit your world building and your creative side. So that's all I got. Mo, Andrea, anything else?
Well, yeah, it's great to be here, part of this community. Every day I wake up with a lot of messages, and it's really good, to see people really invested in the app, and above all, just exploiting your creativity. And yeah, keep the ideas coming, and if you keep them coming, we'll keep the fixes coming too.
Yeah. Cool. All right, are we good to wrap it up, Andrea?
Yeah, it's always fun to have these live streams. I know that I have been joining, I think almost all of them. So yeah, it's always nice to be here. And I think that's it for today. We talk a lot and we went overtime. So I think everyone's already ready for us to end the live stream.
Yeah, I think so. All right, well, thank you all so much. Have a good rest of your night, and we will chat with you on Discord.